I was an orphan growing up. I always supposed that that was for the best. If my mom didn't want me, then it was probably better off that I wasn't in her care. I didn't hate her or my father, whoever and wherever he was. I was just happy to be alive. I still remember the first time I invaded the mind of another living being. I was 6 years old, sitting outside on the sidewalk when I heard what I can only describe as impulses in my head. The impulses were very strong, and though they weren't words, I knew full well what they were focused on: eating. I glanced about in confusion until I laid eyes on the scrawny cat as it gnawed away at a dead pigeon. I couldn't believe what was happening, but that was only the beginning. My mind soon became clouded with an influx of thoughts and impulses. It took me a while, but I managed to gain control over whose thoughts I wanted and didn't want to hear. I had mastered the skill by age 13 and knew full well what I was doing wasn't natural. To be honest, I felt more than a little bit guilty when I peeked into little Danny Meadow's mind to see if she liked me as much as I liked her. That guilt turned to gloom when I found that she was crushing on Richard James instead. I would jump in and out of the smartest kids' heads in the classroom during tests, and ended up doing just as well as them without having to study any of the source material. I would catch up on all the gossip around the school while still being an antisocial outcast, stalking the halls. I got to experience my teenage years in ways no one ever has before. I got into one of the better colleges the country has to offer, and had to put in effort only for my written assignments. I finally made a few friends, and for the first time met a girl who was genuinely into me. I made sure to browse her thoughts a few times just to be sure. We started dating, and now 4 years later, we're engaged. I work in sales, and I am pretty good at figuring out what clients are interested in and what they need. My gift had gotten me so far in life, and I had grown to love it and everything it offered, until I met him. My friends and I were having drinks one night when I got bored sitting at the bar. I decided to start a game of guess what the person's thinking about. I looked at a woman laughing a little too loudly with a guy who had his hands on her knee. "Oh, please stop touching me," I guessed, listening in. I was right, she wasn't into the guy at all. In fact, she was thinking about getting home and catching up on her favorite Netflix show. I chuckled at just the right time. My friend had just told a joke he had been trying to formulate in his mind for hours now. I moved my attention to a guy sitting alone sipping whiskey. He's thinking about a recent breakup, I bet. Nope, I was wrong this time. He was hoping some girl would notice him and he could get laid for the first time in 6 months. Poor guy. Then I noticed a cheery looking man sitting in the corner with the prettiest girl in the bar. Oh, this guy is thinking about all the things he's going to do to her tonight. Well, I wasn't wrong. Why is this skank smiling so much? I can't wait to slice your fucking lips off tonight. See how much you'll be smiling then. My eyebrows frowned. Was he joking? No, he wouldn't be joking within his own mind. I have to go slower this time. Shauna went way too fast. My heartbeat was beginning to increase. Was this really happening? Was I hearing the beginning of what was going to be a premeditated murder? Oh yeah, your blood's gonna run down my bath drain tonight, and I know you're being nosy over there, Dylan. What the fuck? Yes, I know. You can keep a secret, right, man? At this, the man turned and looked directly at me, still grinning. He inclined his head and toasted me. "Hey guys, I just remember, Stacy's expecting me back before 12. I'll text you guys when I get home, alright?" I hurried out the bar and into my car. As I sat hyperventilating, sweat pouring down my face, I noticed movement outside my car. Glancing out the window, I saw the man from the bar, helping support the pretty woman who seemed to be more than a little tipsy. As he opened the passenger door for her to get in, I heard him again, even though he wasn't even looking at me. "See you later, bud."